Well, Saturday is the men's breakfast again. Last one before the summer, full English breakfast, and then a discussion around this wonderful book we've looked at for 2 years now. This might well be the last study we do from Disciplines of a Godly Man. And it's the 19th chapter, the 18th chapter, the discipline of ministry. Ministering to others, the giving of ourselves. And the author makes the point there are two ways that we can live. We can be small-hearted or we can be big-hearted. The small-hearted person avoids relationships and getting entangled with others, and so minimizes the sorrows of life, whereas being a big-hearted person and being open to others and investing in other people's lives means that we can know their heartaches. We can be misunderstood. We can be let down. Now, we're either self-serving or we're serving others. Think of the parable of the Good Samaritan. The priest and the Levite didn't know any sorrow or hardship, but the Good Samaritan, it was costly to him. Two ways to live. Are we ministering big-hearted people, or are we self-serving small-hearted people? The author says this: enlarge your heart, cultivate your heart, discipline yourself for ministry, and you will enlarge your experience of pain. No one has ever cultivated a ministering heart and lived to tell a life of ease. But the effects of big-heartedness and the effects of small-heartedness are obvious. Investing in others, costly, painful, can lead to times of sadness, but we know a joy and a sense of fulfillment and satisfaction that the small-hearted person can never really experience. Listen to this. Little hearts, though safe and protected, never contribute anything. No one benefits from their restricted sympathies and vision. On the other hand, the hearts that have embraced the discipline of ministry, though they are vulnerable, possess the most joy and leave their heartprint on the world. Ministering, are we big-hearted? Are we small-hearted? Investing in others, it's a bit like climbing a mountain. It's hard work, but the rewards of the vision and the view at the end of that hard work is something you will never know unless you do climb the mountain. The author takes us through the encounter that Jesus has with the woman at the well. Jesus was weary in his humanity, utterly weary. It was midday, he was hungry, he could well have fallen asleep by the well. And when the woman approached, he could have just closed his eyes and pretended to be asleep. Christian men, what are we like? Maybe we're weary. We've had a hard day and the phone rings and there's somebody in need. Jesus engaged this woman in conversation. He felt weary, but he engaged her in conversation. Jesus crossed barriers. He went out of his own ethnic comfort zone, as it were. She was a Samaritan. She was a woman. He asked her for a drink, risking that religious uncleanness by using the same drinking vessel. But men, for you and for me, sin is the great leveler. Doesn't matter who we're encountering. We're all the same. We're all drenched in sin. And the only hope for those around about us is the Lord Jesus Christ. When a newcomer comes to church, are we those who reach out to them? We might be thinking, but what if they've got lots of baggage? They might well have. But having that big-heartedness. And then the final point he makes about this encounter with the woman at the well. It was a divine appointment. Jesus had to go through Samaria. Geographically, he didn't. It was actually a detour. But he had to go through Samaria because he had to meet this woman. And realizing this, there are no accidents in our relationships. Do you wish you were in a different church with different believers? God has placed you here. Your family, your neighbours, your work colleagues, the person you meet on a journey. A big-hearted person sees the opportunities around and about them. Well, we'll discuss this chapter. That's a brief 5-minute summary. If you don't have the book, don't worry. That's a summary of the chapter, and we can discuss it after a hearty breakfast. We'll have hearty conversation. Look forward to seeing you at 9 o'clock this coming Saturday.